Hi guys, Bacchus Bruce got the 2015 Castillo Mayor Garnacha. This is a Spanish Grenache, 2015, of course, a banner vintage, $6.99 over at the grocery outlet in Hayward. This is coming from the folks at the Bodegas Ignacio Marin family winery in Aragon. It looks like they had a little label change. They're not going with the Castillo Mayor anymore. They're calling it now just Marin. And that kind of thing happens. Grocery outlet is one of those places where you can pick up opportunities because inevitably labels change, owners change, lots of things change. And if you have gone through a change as a winery, you can't really use the old wine and you got to do something with it. So 2015, of course, was a great vintage throughout Europe. And one of the reasons I kind of grabbed this particular bottle because it looks great. Speaking of looking great, I got some new wine glasses for the new year. Very excited about that. And good looking color, really fresh. Had a beautiful cherry, kind of a black cherry color to it. Really nice. Let's see what we have on the nose. So when I first opened it, I was getting a ton of kind of that sweet oak, kind of that vanilla American oak thing. Now it is kind of opening up a little bit, and some of that pretty cherry Grenache fruit is coming out. But with all the oak influence, it seems, and the cherry being front and center from a pretty warm vintage, I'm getting like a cherry Coke sort of thing. And I really hate to talk about wine in terms of pop food or pop drinks, but it definitely has a lot of cherry, which is usually an indication that the wine might be slightly over oaked. You never really can tell. But that said, there are some other nice things going on. There is a little bit of barrel char here, a little smoky note, maybe a touch of menthol as well, and a little bit of chalkiness, actually. It does have a bit of terroir that's poking through there, through all that kind of sweet oak influence. Let's see what we have on the palate. So the wine is fairly big structure. It's a 13.5 ABV. But it has moderate to full tannins, so certainly going to be able to go for a few more years. Now, again, the oakiness of the wine is very prevalent, but on the palate, it's not so much. There's definitely some nice acidity kind of going on, Grenache cherry tanginess to it. It does have a chewiness to it as well. It's really a nice drinking wine. It's showing really well, and I'm kind of feeling like it's a battle between the oakiness and the rich sweetness of it, and the terroir and the Grenache cherry fruit, like a sweet and sour sort of thing. It's probably going to take a couple more years to really kind of figure things out. Right now might be a little too young, but still very interesting. Now, also getting a little bit of roasted eggplant on the palate as well, and getting a little bit of dustiness as well, maybe a little wet slate. Some interesting things going on. Fun bottle of wine, $7. Pretty good proposition. I really like it. It's fun. We'll see you in the tasting room.